Hello, welcome back to another reaction video. More Rev, let's go. Mutahar's hypocritical Nux Taku call out backfires horribly. Oh boy. If you know anything, you know we love hypocrisy. Alright, let's get into
Hey, what's
this.
up guys, Rev here. So it appears that the Sonichu medallion has claimed another soul. Only a few months after putting on this
Rutro,
cursed
Raggy.
trinket, Mutahar finds himself in some pretty serious controversy involving this now privated video
Post
he
Nux
uploaded yesterday
clarity.
titled Post Nux Clarity, which
Oh
regardless of
boy.
your thoughts about the content of this video, you have to admit the title is a banger. Now, what was this video about? Well, it was
Definitely
40
a
minutes
banger.
of Mutahar disavowing Nux Taku in every shape and form,
40
saying that they are no
minutes.
longer
That
friends
is
and they no longer
Jesus.
have a business relationship, and any bridge between the two has been completely burned down. Now, this tweet right here really kind of sums up the relevant context you need to know before we get into.
Nux goes extreme anti-lolly to cater to people like Mutahar. Rev Desu exposes Nux for being a hypocrite. Nux says he's so big he could deplatform Rev and that he lied. Mutahar makes video damning and cutting ties with Nux because he considers him a lolicon. Bruh. Do people not know what a lolly actually is? Do people just associate age with lolly? Because those people they're fucking idiots. A lolly's cute and petite. That's what a lolly is. Rebecca from Cyberpunk is a lolly, but whatever, I guess.
The video. Of course, there are some re-uploads that we're going to look at today. So this says, Nux goes extreme anti-lolly to cater to people like Mutahar.
You
Rev
get what you
exposes
fucking
Nux for being a
deserve.
hypocrite. Nux says he's so big he could deplatform Rev. Mutahar makes a video damning and cutting ties with.
I feel like that's also very narcissistic and egocentric, being like, I'm so much bigger than you that I could literally deplatform you and cancel you. How far up your own ass does your head have to be for you to actually believe this shit? I tried watching a Nux video once. Try listening to it. He was reacting to fucking Shu, and I just found the dude so fucking weird and annoying that I couldn't even get past the first 5 fucking minutes of him reacting. Like I couldn't listen to it because he is so fucking annoying and weird. I guess the I guess I was right. Yeah, I had a feeling, I had a gut feeling that this dude was a fucking weirdo, and I guess it's true. My gut's always right, people. My gut's always right. Trust your gut.
with Nux because he considers him a lolicon. Yeah, so that's pretty much how everything went. So
Bruh.
about 2 years ago, Nux makes a bunch of
Rev is
tweets
a
and some
lolly, by the
offhand
way.
remarks and videos
The model.
disparaging people over the topic of lolly. Now, this is, of course, something that was very hypocritical.
What fucking weird ass thumbnails are these, dog? Seriously, he goes on. Like I said, I had a gut feeling he was a fucking weirdo, but this is fucking cringy and creepy as shit, dude. What?
I made a video calling all of that out, saying, hey, you have dozens of videos with cropped lolicon in your thumbnail. You've also shown this sort of content to other content creators and reacted to it yourself. And he would make this response video to what I said. And you can see the like-dislike ratio. It is easily...
What a dumbass. What a fucking dumbass, dude. This 4.6 to 6 point, or 4.9 to 6.4. That is hilarious.
the hardest dislike ratio you'll probably find on any video he has uploaded in his entire YouTube career because it was just awful. I felt no need to make a video response to this because he essentially cooked himself. Okay,
Yep.
he went after me, hypocritically
Self burn, those are rare.
slandering me over things, also failing to address pretty much any point I made, focusing only on throwing insults at me. Also, he made up some wild claims that my wife was digging for dirt, asking his friends for dirt on him, which is really
Dude,
crazy.
that's
On top
fucking
of that,
weird,
he also
dog.
said he could have deplatformed me if he uploaded this on his main Nux Taku channel. Obviously, that didn't go over very well, and that's kind of the Nux side of this whole lolly controversy.
Dude, this is cringe as shit, honestly. How much of a loser do you have to be to try to deplatform someone else for calling you out on your own hypocrisy? What a fucking loser, dude. Should have just been like, you know what? You're fucking right. I'm a hypocrite. Rev was right. End of story. But now he tries to do this shit. Dude, what a fucking loser.
And now we have the side
fucking
with
loser.
Mutahar here. And
Oh
about
boy.
2 years ago, Mutahar made several tweets about the topic, saying that if you watch that stuff, you need to be on a watch list, that it can harm real people, and that
So I guess
it's
anyone who
illegal
watched Edge
content, all
Runners
this
needs to
stuff.
be on a watch
And of
list,
course,
huh?
his disgust on the topic is totally valid. That's something very understandable and that he's allowed to have, but that doesn't justify spreading misinformation and fear-mongering over the topic, and also being a hypocrite about it as well. As
Hypocrisy!
We'll see in this video. And on top of that, a lot of people point out the fact that he has openly admitted to regularly consuming cartel execution videos. So at
That's
the very
fucking
least,
weird,
regardless of
dog.
your thoughts on the fictional content, you can say, I don't really know if I want to be virtue signaled about fictional content by a guy who watches people get tortured and brutally executed on camera.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
so
kinda
that's kind of
fucking
where
weird,
we were at,
dude.
and I held out a lot of copium.
Where do you have to be in your own fucking head to think that you have a right to tell people what they can and can't consume when you're watching people getting fucking marked and beheaded by cartels? What a fucking loser, dude. Both of these dudes are fucking losers, man.
I made the mistake of having some copium on the situation because I've enjoyed Mutahar's content for many years.
I don't watch either
and
of these
I
dudes,
know
and
he's
I'm
had good
thank
takes on
God
other
I don't.
things, so I thought maybe one day he would have a more nuanced take on this whole subject and maybe just even ignore it from now on. But then we had this video. And basically, to achieve what we're doing today, we're going to have to talk about some hentai, which seems fitting because if there
Let's
was tags
go.
applied to this situation,
We love
it would be
hentai.
mind break because this topic has mind broken Mutahar to the point where he's saying some pretty unhinged crazy stuff, including making a whole 40-minute video about this topic where he is, of course, disavowing Nux Taku over this subject. So, as
Calming your favorite hentai down in the comment section below. Mine has obviously got to be Metamorphosis by Shenda. I can't even say that with a straight face. That fucking dojin is so fucked up, man. I couldn't even. I read it, and holy shit, I was so fucking uncomfortable reading it that I literally wanted to. I literally skipped to the end just to see what happens, and I was like, that makes sense. Then Shendal says in an interview that he's like, yeah, I wanted to kill her off. Like, at the end of the story, I wanted her to die. And I was like, makes sense. I was like, damn, that's a fucked up ass dojin. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Then the memes started coming out. That's the only reason I read it, actually, because of the memes. The fucking the good ending with Josuke from fucking from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Shit, which one is it? Shining Diamond, some shit like that. Unbreakable Diamond, I think is what it's called. The one after Starlight Crusaders. I saw that one. There was a meme and it was like, oh, the good ending where he like uses a Unbreakable Diamond or whatever his stand is called to like fix her. And then it's like a good ending. I saw that meme and I was like, what the fuck is this? Then I started reading the comments and it was like, oh, it's Metamorphosis by Shendal. I was like, what the fuck is that? I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's a dojin. Oh, it's really fucked up. Oh, this is really uncomfortable. That was essentially my entire process through that experience. And that is time I wish I could get back and shit that I wish I had never read.
As I said, the video is now private, but there are re-uploads all over the place. And we're going to start with this clip right
Suck it,
here,
loser.
where he's basically giving kind of the general intro to what we're going to talk about today.
Fucking
But to
nerd.
go back to it, Nux Taku is a former collaborator, a former friend of mine, and I mean really a former friend of mine because some of the stuff that I've seen over here is disgusting enough that I really can't continue a friendship. And I really can't, like, again, excuse some of my behavior watching some of this content as
You
well.
can't excuse him even though you watch beheadings. What the fuck? Hello? Hello?
So he makes it very clear from the intro that he is largely disavowing Nux Taku thanks to the fictional content he has consumed and the fictional content he has shared with other content creators, including Mutahar himself. And this is supposed to be another angle of the video where Mutahar is taking accountability for his role in consuming some of this content he believes is illegal. So this is where there's a bit of a longer clip. This goes on for about a minute.
Wow, the views are still going up. Holy shit.
To listen to, because he sets up some wild standards that end up basically being self-sabotage.
And again, when I was working with Nux, a lot of the things we did talk about was being anti-loli in that situation. And Nux very much made it clear to me that he was anti this stuff as well too, and he still maintains it to this day. But the kind of stuff that he showed us
with
was
having
anime
lollies on
mean
his
summer.
thumbnails.
Now, inside the video, inside Nux's presentation, it kind of came off as like just a cursed little hentai. And the reality of it is, I never really watched his collaboration. But if you take the name that Summer has had and put it into my anime list, which I realistically should have done at the time, you can see the synopsis is Yuta Yamayuchi is a average high school student, right? So right there, I'm not going to play the whole semantics. Oh, is this really loli game? Like, I don't even care if somebody is like 18 or on the
lolly has nothing to do with age. Can we stop this weird ass fucking... Can we stop this stupid shit where we see a fucking child and immediately call it a lolly? Lollies aren't children. Lollies are petite and cute people. Okay? Can we stop this false association of lollies being underage? Because they're fucking not. Like, what? Another example of a lolly is Uzaki-chan from the fucking anime. I forgot what it's called. But Uzaki is literally a lolly. She is a small, petite girl. The only difference is that she's an oppai lolly, meaning she has big boobas, but she's still short and petite, other than her breasts. Her mom is also an oppai lolly, but yeah, let's keep being delulu and pretending that lolly means child when it doesn't. Rev is a fucking lolly. His model's a lolly. That doesn't mean it's an underage child. It means it's a petite model. A cute petite model. Oh, that pisses me off so much.
So that's really all we got to hear.
I accidentally cut the clip here too soon where he... Oh, wait, what? I accidentally cut the clip here too soon where he goes on to say hentai plus high school equals lolly content. That's fucking stupid. That's a stupid garbage take.
In terms of this point, but he makes several standards here, right? So he's talking about this video that Nux had him react to, and he thinks that it contains lolicon by his own definition, and that makes it bad, and he sets up the standard about high school students in high school settings and things like that. So, number one, I do believe that you should care about the definition of a term you're using to chastise others.
Agreed.
He makes it clear that he's
fucking agreed, Rev.
Definition of lolly as he goes, but still feels strong enough to use that self-created definition to cancel other people. That seems a bit irresponsible to me.
Oh my god, dude, what a fucking loser.
I don't care what some Twitter spurg says and their misinformation surrounding the topic, because there is so much misinformation surrounding this topic. Lolly is a very simple definition. It is a petite body type in anime and manga. That's it. It comes along with cute aesthetics. It has nothing to do with
petite and cute.
Twitter has filled people's minds with a lot of misinformation on the topic. And if you want proof of that, here's like the easiest example, right? Rebecca from Cyberpunk. She's in her 20s. She is unequivocally
she's so fucking cute.
No one can question that. That is literally what she is. Even...
Oh my god. Cute plus psycho? Oh, perfect girlfriend combo, dog. David chose poorly.
Studio Trigger, one of the most legendary anime studios out there, categorizes her as that term. This is not a debate.
Rebecca is
like I
best
said, Twitter
girl.
spreads so much misinformation that this very simple term has been manipulated into something.
I will stand by this. I will stay on this fucking hill and die. Rebecca is a lolly. She is an adult lolly, and she tries to hop on fucking David's dick. David is underaged, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Oh, but lolly bad, but Rebecca trying to hop on David dick good. What?
Used to weaponize outrage about fictional content
So
to cancel
fucking
people
stupid,
and
man.
what
It's
have
the
you.
dumbest shit
But
on
anyways,
the
we
planet.
also see Mutahar set up this definition about these high school students. Even when these characters are 18 or on the cusp of being 19, it doesn't matter. It's still falling under this lolicon definition of his because of the school uniforms and the school setting, which is not just pretty a
Fucking
reach
weird,
to say the least,
dude.
but also it's
It's
incredible
weird.
self-sabotage. I mean, one of the worst
If
cases
you're
of self-sabotage
sitting here and
I have seen
saying
in
that
quite
shit
some
that
time,
lollies
because
are
in this video that Nux showed, of course, there was
children,
those high
you're
school
a
students,
fucking
and
weirdo,
his
dude.
outrage over that
I
would
feel
be
like you're
fine if it wasn't for
projecting.
the fact that his self-described favorite hentai is Dropout. And if you
Bruh.
see it from the
What a
image from that,
hypocrite.
content,
Dropout is your favorite fucking hentai? Dropout, but then you're gonna sit here and chastise others saying that high school plus hentai equals lolly? By your own definition, buddy, you're a lolicon then.
and
Because Dropout deals with high schoolers.
she is wearing a high school uniform because the entire premise of this hentai is high school students in a
Yeah.
high school setting. And I
Yep.
could scroll to the right because there's tags included in this image, and I would just have to censor my whole screen. Here's some of the tags. Right? There's a high school girl uniform, high school boy uniform. There's R wording in this. There's
fucking hate that
chloroform.
shit, dude.
There's snuff. There's other tags like vomit and scat. Like, to the normie side of the internet, which is probably
I feel like they just threw tags in there just for the fuck of throwing tags in there, which is weird because a lot of that shit doesn't have to do with that hentai.
the type
Whatever.
of people who
I think they
are,
just added
you know,
tags for the sake of
in
adding
Mutahar's
tags.
circle. That's a pretty hardcore set of content right there. Okay, and
Yeah,
it
it is.
contains the exact thing that he is canceling Nux for. By his own
Uh-oh,
definition. And if you
retard
trust me, I
alert.
mean,
Ring
we
the
could listen to him
bell.
talking about this
Retard
only
alert.
a few years ago.
It was Dropout. That was the name. Dropout.
4 years ago.
So basically, the premise is it's like if you're
What a
if you're
dumbass.
not smart, like if you're not a smart chick, they turn you into like like a public urinal where like you just
He got the premise wrong, and this is his favorite anime? What a fucking moron. That's not the premise of the anime. It's not that if you're smart, it's that if you don't keep your grades up, if your grades decline to a certain point, you can choose as a woman, you can choose to either try to get your grades back up or say, fuck it, I don't want to put up with that bullshit and become a free use device, a walking fleshlight for dudes. Or you can choose the dude at the school who you want to essentially be their little slave. That's the premise. You're gonna sit here and say it's your favorite anime. At least get the fucking plot right, dog.
just get
What?
You get the
What?
point, okay? He's
Yes, I'm an
describing the
avid
plot. It
hentai
is
consumer.
something
Fucking
that, by his
sue
own
me.
definition, is something worthy of losing a friendship over, a business
What a
relationship
fucking-
over. So I think that level of
Correction,
hypocrisy and
actually.
self-sabotage in that 1 minute section of the video was already enough to really scale back any sort of point
Yeah.
he was trying to make.
Watches
But let's
it
move
for the
on
plot.
to the next section. I stated earlier in the video that a lot of people point out
Oh, wait. We're at 13. Mutahar watches it for the plot. He doesn't even get the fucking plot right, dog.
consumes these cartel execution videos. And right
That's
here he
fucking weird.
addresses that point directly.
Now, obviously, I want to address some other like power round criticism before we end this off. Lol, fuck Muda. Dude's been a hypocrite forever as well. Dude virtue signals over cartoons, but loves watching beheading videos. So I want to also address this statement as well. Now, on the
he is a
podcast,
hypocrite.
I talked about a morbid curiosity that I have with like beheading videos, like cartel stuff on
That's
the
what you
internet.
call it, a
And I feel
morbid
like I have to explain
curiosity.
this a little bit more.
That's the case. I
My
have a
morbid
morbid curiosity
comes from
with
the fact
dojins
that
and
for a long
hentai.
time, for years at this
It's
point,
not
I've
me
been
just
looking
wanting
into
to
the
go off
Mexican
and
drug war.
goon.
And if you
Okay, so he'll go on to clarify that a little bit more, but I think it's just an unbelievable level of copium where he's trying to say his morbid
this dude's
curiosity
chugging
towards the
that
subject is
copium,
one
dog.
from an investigation sort of view, right? He's
Oh,
trying
it's
to
professional
investigate this topic, which
curiosity.
is odd because
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
you're
it's
not
professional
law enforcement. It doesn't
curiosity.
give you
Trust
the
me,
right
chat.
to consume any illicit content you want, and on top of that, like that sort of justification could be used for a lot of different illicit content people
Yes,
want to consume.
I watch hentai, but it's pure curiosity. It's pure professional curiosity, guys. It's not because I just got horny. It's professional curiosity. Yeah, trust me. Take my word for it.
Online, and again, at the end of the day, we're thinking
my
too hard
God,
about
dude,
this,
is
right?
so
I
fucking
just
crazy,
don't think
man.
people want to be virtue signaled at about fictional content from a
Yeah.
guy who can stomach and go through videos of real life
It's
people
fucking
being
fake.
brutalized
And
in
he's-
horrific ways. Okay, I think it's
Oh,
really
man.
not that complicated.
This
but the
this just reminds me of that Anya fucking fan art shit that's been going on recently with mouth washing. It's so fucking cringe and stupid, dude. It's a fictional fucking character, dog. Who gives a shit?
next clip we're gonna watch involves some of the
God,
blind spots
giving
he had towards
giving more
Nuts
rights
and
to
possibly other
fictional
people,
characters
but
than
let's listen to
actual
what he had to
human
say.
beings. What a
So
fucking
again,
loser,
I don't
dude.
really watch a lot of content creators that I collaborate with, and nobody really does, okay? Like, at the end of the day, when it came to Nux's channel, here I'm signed on with my actual YouTube account, and if it's one thing that you'll see, usually under videos, there'll be like a red bar. I don't have a red bar under basically any of these videos. I think the only video I have an actual red bar in this is probably... I showed YouTubers the most cultured clips, which I actually browsed through just for the sake of, again...
You got up to the ad.
Okay, so he's
Oh shit, look! It's Mutahar and Shendal's metamorphosis. Huh. Huh. But they're all anti-lolly, both Mutahar and Nux. They're anti-lolly, but they did a video covering Shendal's metamorphosis, which is about... I read it. I fucking hate the fact that I read that shit, dude. I wanted to kill myself after reading that. Holy shit, it was depressing as fuck. But yeah, like that fucking dojin, don't read it. Don't look it up. It deals with such hardcore heavy topics like drug abuse and sexual assault and rape. And it's like, holy shit, like oh my god, you literally just want to fucking kill yourself after reading it because it's so gross, dude. And it's not I don't mean like it's gross like it over sexualized. Like it's gross in the fact that it's like it deals with these real world issues that are actually happening all over the country, but people choose to ignore. And it's like, holy fuck, dude. It's just such a... Oh, man. It's just... Kudos to Shendal for making it. You know, props to him for addressing these issues and whatnot. But holy shit, you just feel disgusted. Like you read it and you're like, how can people do this type of shit? Because Shendal said that Shendal said in an interview that he wanted to he made it to show a more realistic side of what happens sometimes to some of these women. And holy shit, knowing that this happens in real life is fucking disgusting to me, man. The manga itself is fucking horrible in terms of like the issues it addresses they're horrible issues, but they're real world issues. So it's like I can see both sides of the coin. It's like, but at the same time, you just feel a certain way after reading it if your morals are in the right places.
some things that are right generally, but they're not correct specifically when we're referring to Nux Taku. So, yes, I agree with him when he
need
says
water.
that a lot of content creators don't watch the content of people they associate with online, whether it's like someone they follow or maybe even friends with. They're not going to consume every single video they upload. And I think that's true. Like, I'm mutuals on social
I
media with a
consume
lot of
every
people.
one of
For
Rev's
content creators, I
videos.
might have seen like 1 or 2 videos
Then
or
again,
small
I don't.
snippets of what they do. I am
don't
not
talk
sitting
to
there
Rev.
watching every single video they upload. That's just the reality. There's not infinite hours in the day to do stuff like that. So yeah, some things could slip through the cracks here and there.
Yeah.
But Taku to Mutahar is not just some Twitter mutual or random guy they kind of barely know, right? This is someone who he was friends with. This is someone who he collabed with. It wasn't just one video that he was reacting to that hentai with. There was many videos. I can count at least a handful of collab videos they
Such
did on
a
Nux
fucked up
Taku's
dojin, man.
main channel, and also they ran a podcast together. So you didn't even look at this guy's channel. It's not like you
Yeah,
had to
fucking
watch the
redo
videos.
of a healer
Just scroll
too.
through the
Holy
thumbnails and
shit!
you would
What
see
a
stuff left and right that would
fucking
probably
weird,
upset
man.
someone with the sort of disgust they have for certain.
2 animes I can't stomach to watch: Redo of a Healer and Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer because of the first couple of minutes in the anime of what happens. I'm gonna be out real with y'all. I fucking hate the rape tag. That shit is not for me. I am disgusted by that shit to my fucking core. So any animes or hentais or dojins or shit like that that has that tag, I'll fucking skip because I'm like, no, I just can't. I just can't stomach it, dude. It's just not for me. I don't like it. And yeah, so like Redo of a Healer is an anime that I didn't watch. And Demon Slayer is also. I know that Demon Slayer is just the first couple of seconds, but it's those first couple of seconds that I'm just like, sorry, I can't get into it.
Fictional content. On top of that, I do find it kind of hard to believe that he hasn't been exposed to some of these controversies, especially someone who was friends with Nux Taku, whether it's some of the thumbnail drama and all that stuff and the hypocrisy on the subject of Lolly, but also some of his bigger controversies.
Dude.
Like the Taiga controversy, for example, which would be covered
Who the fuck is
in
Taiga?
this video. He would actually mention what happened with Taiga as a way to show that Nux isn't a very good person. And there's really a lot to say here. If you don't know the Bungo Taiga situation, I'll put a link to one of my videos in the description if you want to check out.
Ooh, other reaction video?
But he is now bringing this up in this video,
react
acting
and
like
watch
this is
it.
the first he's ever heard of the Nux and Taiga controversy.
To go over a bit of their controversy, in summer 2022, Taiga was accused of grooming. They made a twit longer where they reviewed the allegations and called them false. Later, an updated Google
You'll
Doc
never
was
catch me with
created
any type
that
of
had
grooming
evidence that not
accusation because I
only
don't talk
were
to
these
fucking
allegations
anyone.
fake, they were deliberately
I just talk to
created by
chat to
ex-moderators
y'all here
and spread
on YouTube.
By a stalker of Taiga.
That's about
so again,
it.
This is the
I don't-
Google Doc in question. Now again, I have
Maybe
no
every
idea
now and then
about
I'll
this
post some
controversy
stupid shit on
whatsoever.
Twitter or
I'm
reply
only
to
bringing
someone,
this
but that's
up
about it.
because it was actually a big point of contention for someone like Nux. So you
I'll get a fucking DM on X and I'll be like, who the fuck are you? Why are you messaging me? You're probably a bot. Half the time it is some fucking weird bot that's like, click this link for some fucking porn thing. And I'm like, report and block. I'm like, ew, get out of my chat. Report to Daddy Elon.
So he goes on to talk about the situation a bit, and if you don't know, very briefly, Nux called Taiga a predator based on allegations he had heard at the time. Those allegations were debunked by an independent
Oh my
investigator
god, dude!
later on.
What happened to
and
what?
Nux,
What
in
happened to
comment,
innocent
basically
until
saying
proven
he
guilty?
would, possibly readdress this whole situation if he was found innocent, which Taiga was, but he never really addressed it fully for many, many years. And over the course of basically
just
2 full
casually.
years, this is an
Taiga could have easily sued. I don't know what the whole ordeal is, but that's essentially slander of character, and Taiga can sue easily because you're slandering and defaming a person after after everything's been proven to be false. It's like someone constantly saying that Johnny Depp was an actual abuser, even though it was proven in court that he never did anything to Amber Heard. But people are still like, "Oh, Amber Heard's innocent. She didn't shit on the bed." Meanwhile, all the evidence is there to prove that she's a despicable, fucking horrible person who doesn't deserve to have an acting career and deserves to be actually canceled.
Ongoing controversy.
But I
that caused a lot of damage
digress.
to the reputation of Taiga unfairly, and Nux still to this day really hasn't fully acknowledged. He's tried to apologize over the summer when this flared up again, but he really didn't do a very good job of it. At least
Well, then we put apologize with quotation marks.
This is something that, like I said, been going on for 2 years consistently. A lot of people look at the Shoujo drama and that controversy with Nux, and they think that's the biggest thing he's
boy.
faced. Maybe in some ways, I think it was the most explosive controversy he was a part of, but the Taiga situation might be
Dude,
the
you need to
biggest
like
because
fucking
it's
get
taken
off the
place for
internet and
2
touch
years,
grass.
and it regularly flares up like it
Both
did
these dudes.
over the summer. So I have a hard time believing Mutahar has never heard about this until now, and especially since the first attempt at an apology by Nux, the first time he addressed it, was about a year after he initially called Taiga a predator in a collab video with.
It took a year. That's
He did that
pathetically
on the
sad.
Some Ordinary podcast. He referred to making mistakes with that situation. He was very vague. But again, how do you not know this?
Oh, he was
ever
vague?
happened?
Then don't
he's
even
been
call
putting
it
on
an
blinders,
apology,
like you
dude.
said.
That's not
He's
an
been putting on
apology.
blinders to
If
people
it's
he's
vague,
friends
it's
with.
not an apology.
Or the worst possibility is that he's only bringing this up now to disparage Nux, which shows he doesn't really care about the situation, if that's the truth. If he really did know about this beforehand, but if he didn't, at the very least, he's been having very active blinders to some of the controversies that Nux has been a part of. And this whole question of bringing up things during this video, there was a question of why do this at all, right? Like, why even bring up any of this stuff to begin with? And I think it becomes pretty obvious that there's been a big flare-up of people calling out Mutahar and his connection to Nux and some of the collabs he did with him, thanks to a Reddit post that was blowing up. He made the
Reddit.
cardinal
Oh
mistake
no,
of caring
not
what
Reddit.
thinks.
But one of the clips that I saw, one of the things shared was a
God.
resurfaced video of Oompaville, Some Ordinary Gamers, and Nux Taku watching Loli together on a Discord call. So when I see this kind of stuff, it blows me, and obviously it flashbangs anybody, and I want to definitely have a talk about it and really explain to you exactly what this is, what it's about, give you my side of the perspective.
Oh, he wants to deflect. That's why.
Accountability needs to be fucking taken.
So, yes.
Oh, he doesn't want to take accountability.
He
He just wants to deflect.
He makes it clear that
and
this
save his
post
own ass.
is what drove him into this, and I do probably believe that is the truth. I think this is what made him, or motivated him to make this video. I think it's
Someone
pretty
called
clear
him out on his hypocrisy, and he's like,
understand
"No,
and
guys,
other
I'm not a
content creators have been coming
hypocrite."
for him, even
That's essentially
calling
what I'm hearing.
Mutahar a predator and all these things for the content he was exposed to while reacting.
Well, I mean, by his
to
own
videos
standards,
with
he is a
Nux
predator,
Taku.
so...
And it really begs the question of who was this video for? Was this video for entertainment and the entertainment of his audience?
No,
or
it was to
was
save
this
his
to
ass.
quell concerns among his colleagues and really like commentary channels, generally speaking? And I think it's the latter. And I think
Yeah,
if
it
he
was
had
to
a
save
more
his own
level-headed
ass.
reaction to this whole situation, clearly this was a very emotionally charged video.
Bro, you just gotta
I think
okay
even
and
with-
these
with a
people,
clear
dog.
head,
But like,
he wouldn't have made this video. When you get to a point where you're making a video not for entertainment or the informing your audience of a situation or anything like that, when it becomes like an airing out of personal grievances against people or things like that, that tends to have a bad reaction. And the reaction from the people to Mutahar when his video was still up was very largely negative. The majority of comments were negative. There was a heavy dislike ratio. I think it was very clear that people were just not really impressed by a 40-minute video attacking someone over fictional content, attacking to the point where you end a friendship and a business relationship over it.
yeah.
But there's also this is the post I'm referring to, by the way. I'm a little scattered here with all these tabs open, but this was the post on Reddit.
Mutahar
if you're curious.
Newent.
But this is the conclusion of the video, so let's listen to his final thoughts and kind of how he wraps up everything in this video.
At the end of the day, I make fuck ups. Human beings, we all make fuck ups. I think choosing how
Dog.
you approach those fuck ups.
You, the dog, this isn't a fuck up. This is you being a fucking hypocrite, dog. That's what this is. You didn't fuck up. This wasn't some accident like, oh, he sent me a link and I clicked on it not knowing what it was. And nah. This isn't that type of shit, dog. You're out here being a fucking imbecile, putting up these standards like, oh, lowly is high school plus hentai. Meanwhile, you say your favorite fucking hentai is goddamn Dropout. By your own standards, Muda, you're a fucking predator. You're one of these degens. You're constantly attacking others. You are you were supposed to destroy the shit, not join them. Unfortunately, Mutahar right now appears to be a part of the Senate.
goes a long way. And how I choose to acknowledge this fuck up is basically, again, by completely being 100% transparent, honest with you, shedding light on things like
Also, I can guarantee if this shit didn't surface, this video wouldn't be coming out. I can guarantee that. I can 100% guarantee that shit.
the podcast shutting down. And ultimately, I want to move past this, leave this behind, and really just sort of end this on a note where at least I get my side of the story out. For the last
So obviously, he harps on taking accountability a lot during this video, and then the video goes private. So kind of like,
Yeah,
what was the point of all
what?
this? I'm not quite sure, but he would make a community post on YouTube saying this regarding the last video about Nux. While I can't be a friend after some of the things that have resurfaced, I do feel I did do an overreaction that stemmed from being emotional on the reaction from the community on Reddit. Again, paying attention to anything Reddit says is a huge mistake. But he continues on saying, I've been watching my content for the past few weeks and realized my channel has slipped into a slop channel. I've made more drama-related content over the last several months than I have fun, engaging, and informative content. That includes producing videos that don't release daily. I need to take more time and release content a couple times a week that stands in quality and not quantity. I don't do this for a job, so honestly, going out of my way to constantly chase trends has done nothing beneficial for me other than alienating my most hardcore fans. I need to take a few days off and reset and produce better content that isn't the latest trends or internet drama. While that produces a good view count, it's not the kind of content I want to be known for. I'll be back with content that I'm proud of in regards to past collaborations. All I can do is apologize and promise to do better. So that's kind of the end of the situation, and probably the best thing for him to do, which is touch grass.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that like American Dad episode where Roger is a fucking football coach, but he's a fucking piece of shit football coach. And Haley like captures a video of him doing these stupid fucking shits. He records a video of Roger being Roger essentially, but she like posts it up because he's the coach of the school, of the community college, the football coach. So she posts it because of Roger having two different personalities or two different personas working at the university. And she uploads the video and they show it during like when the game's about to start and he's like giving his little coach speech. And then he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, after the ladies and gentlemen, after the surfacing of this video, I have to say that me and my family will be taking a few days away from coaching to focus on our true values of family and Christianity and religion. With that being said, we will be back to win the next season." This literally reeks of I'm gonna go away till shit dies down. That's what this reeks of.
Take a break from this stuff. What happened with Nux and this whole topic has clearly really gotten into his head, and it led to 40 minutes of really just some disappointing content. And
is
like
my video gonna end on 40 minutes? That's fucking
his
hilarious.
Content for years, and I would like to see.
I'll upload my own 40-minute video.
Kind of this whole thing go down. They might not be giving a second chance, but that's up to every individual person. And I
never consumed their content to begin with, and now I'm not going to consume it any harder.
That's going to do it for this Mutahar x Nux Taku set of drama here. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, drama.
As always.
But yeah, dude, this is like so fucking hypocrisy, man. Hypocrisy at its finest. Everyone shows their true colors eventually, dog. Especially when they're putting up a front and trying to be something they're not. Eventually, your true colors are exposed. That's why it's just better to be honest right off the start, man. Be honest with your audience. Like I said, I fucking consume hentai and dojin. Who gives a shit, dude? It's hentai and dojin. But yeah. Either way, like, let me know what y'all think. This is fucking wild, dude. That they would like. Oh my god! I knew there was something wrong with fucking Nux. I had a gut feeling. I didn't know who Mutahar was. All I knew about Mutahar was he was that dude from the fucking laugh, the like the meme laugh that everyone uses. I think it's a laugh. It's a laugh or a scream, one of those two. Yeah, that like either way. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Have a civil discussion as always. Don't harass, don't attack one another. Keep everything civil in the comments. Show them that we can be better and we can do better. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.